Welcome to video 2, where we're going to see if we can build an app that makes $1,000 in profit using AI tools. The app that we're building is called cartoons.app. It allows you to turn original photos into 16 different cartoon images in one click. We're going to go behind the scenes of what technology I used to build this app, what are the changes that I'm making along the way, and how am I thinking about getting users? So there are a lot of changes that I've made to the app since the first video I released a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to walk through what those changes are. So the first change I made is I switched from Lovable to Cursor. The app was originally built on Lovable, which I think is still a really great app for getting started with. I switched it to Cursor, which gives me a little bit more control. I did that by syncing Lovable to GitHub. You own all the code that Lovable creates. And then I synced my Cursor local repository to GitHub. So I'm building it on Cursor. Now, one thing that I learned about based on this tweet that I read, which says, Vibe coders, Lovable has a big SEO problem. By default, it renders on the client side, which means Google cannot see that content and you'll struggle to get indexed. So I did a little bit more research, and it does seem like this is true, that by default, Lovable uses the coding language Vite, which is React language, but essentially server side means it's kind of, you don't have to worry too much about the technical aspect, but basically it makes it harder for Google to index what's on your page. So what I did was I had Cursor refactor my app. Refactor basically means take the existing code, don't change the functionality, but make it different or better or more efficient. So I had it refactor the whole app to Next.js, which is a React framework that renders the opposite way. It renders server side. Sorry, I meant client side I think I said server side earlier, but Lovable does client side. We want it to render server side. So basically, I switched it to Next.js. The reason being is I want my app to rank on Google, especially because I have this domain cartoons.app, which I think is a good domain that could rank on Google. So that was one thing that I made a change with. The other thing I changed is I wanted to make sure that the landing page really showcased what was possible. So I have 4 different basically templates that you can click on to see the original image and then what it looks like. And so you have a couple here, you have a pet, you have a dog, cat, and then a man as well. So it just takes a second to load, and then you can kind of see what it looks like. And then when you click try it now, you can upload one for free. And when you try to upload, it's going to tell you to create a free account to start. So I did that, and now I'm going to upload a photo, and you can do 4 or 16 for free. So I'll just do 4. I added this new loading indication, so it kind of makes the user feel like something is happening. We have this loading indicator here below. So I like what Cursor did here. This is just something that I prompted to have it build this out. So I'll pause the video while it generates. And here we go. We have our 4 examples that were just generated. You might be thinking, how much does this cost the app to generate? So right now I have it set to medium on the image quality, which is about 4 cents an image. So this cost me 16 cents to generate this free sample. And I think it does a great job. I think it's really cool. And there's 2 ways that I'm hoping to monetize. One is to remove the watermark. You would need to click, actually something's not working. For some reason, that is not prompting me to buy credits. So I don't know what's happening there. I have to look into that. But I can download. It'll download with the watermark. So I need to make sure that the remove watermark button works. And then the idea is that to generate more photos, there we go. Now it's all showing up. So remove watermark should work there. So I just have to make sure that that's fixed. But yeah, so you can remove watermark by buying any of the packs, or if you want to generate more photos, if I put a photo in here, if I click generate cartoon version, okay, so now it looks like, okay, another little issue. I think for some reason it's giving me 2 for free. So I'll pause the video and let that finish, and then it should be at 0. So okay, you're seeing live some little bugs that I need to resolve. Not the biggest problem to let people do a second one. Okay, great. So now I generated the second version here. So now this is what I wanted to show you. It says you're out of credits, add more to keep generating. So I can click buy credits and you can buy. So if someone clicks that, it'll go to $5, give them 5 credits. 5 credits is, if I buy credits, basically transform 5 photos into 16. So it's basically a pack. 1 pack would be $1 here. And then it gets significantly cheaper to buy more. So that's basically what's built out now. And basically what's next is figuring out if I can get anyone to buy it. So this is definitely a different kind of app than I normally build. I usually try to build apps that like have solve a real business problem. This was more of just like a fun app that I wanted to do as a little side project to see if I could make $1,000 off of it. So let's talk about some of the marketing ideas that I have. So one idea is more influencer based, like reach out to people on Twitter, for example, or Instagram, give them free access so that they can generate their own cartoons and then have them share that and kind of do a little bit of viral marketing in that way. Another idea is just SEO and making sure that I have everything set up correctly and I can create different pages that would be targeting different SEO for what people would want to generate with cartoons. So like pet cartoon generation, things like that. So I think there could be something along the lines there that could be pretty cool. I could post it to Product Hunt to potentially help with SEO, but also get some initial users. And potentially I could test some Facebook or ads. It'll probably be too expensive, but maybe because it's like a pretty novel, cool thing, maybe people would be interested if I did a really good job with the ad. So the thing that I think would probably work best for something like this is influencer marketing. So maybe I'll try that out and keep you updated in the next video. So be sure to subscribe to this channel to get the next update, to see how this does and learn what I'm doing that's working, what's not working, what are some of the changes that I'm making in the app. I hope that you found this helpful and interesting to kind of learn about the thought process as I'm building this out. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.